Almost 30 years ago, I completed a PhD in international relations. It was a study of US counterinsurgency strategy throughout the Cold War in Southeast Asia and Central America. It was very interesting. It was my first attempt to get a serious grip on geopolitics. But instead of pursuing those interests into academia, I then joined the Australian Intelligence Service. The Defence Intelligence Organisation assigned me to work on East Asia, not on the United States or Southeast Asia or Central America. This was 1989, 1990, and my judgment, and that of a number of other people, was that Australia's future was going to be closely tied to East Asia. So I thought, this is the future, this is the way to go. Within a few years, I became Japan and Korea's desk officer, and by the mid-1990s, I was the head of China analysis and defence intelligence. So I was getting a real broadening out from the PhD. It was the best postdoc I could have had in a way. But after a number of years, I thought the bureaucracy is not for me. So I left government service, and I spent a number of years in university teaching Chinese politics, teaching strategic studies and intelligence analysis. But at the turn of the century, with a business partner, I set up a consulting company which centered on applied cognitive science. This was not geopolitics. This was the science of the mind, the science of decision analysis, of judgment, of hypothesis testing. We developed our own proprietary software, and we acquired a clientele that included at various points ASIO and the Central Intelligence Agency, as well as bankers and lawyers. It was a very interesting time. I've now joined a new enterprise that brings all of these things together: cutting-edge cognitive science and geopolitics and other things besides. That company is called Dysrupt Labs, and it specializes in crowdsourced online forecasting of geopolitics, of financial markets, of sporting outcomes, and also with internal forecasting for purposes of corporate governance to do with audit, project management, budget, and what have you. It's a very exciting field at a very exciting time where forecasting in a world of uncertainty has become more important than ever. I'm inviting you on my personal website to participate in the experiment that I'm going to be conducting in the forecasting of geopolitics. I still write a great deal in the press along those lines. On this website, you will get an opportunity to participate in forecasting, not by opinionation, not by blogging, not by that mess of passionate opinions and disagreements that characterizes social media, but by probabilistically based estimates of what in fact will happen, with an opportunity to see other people's estimates updated and aggregated, and to see the emergence of accurate forecasting. Why don't you join in? It's going to be a very interesting experiment, and we'll get results.